Well, I missed China Doll's live last night where she was going to address the whole Dakota and Felicity situation. Now, I wasn't even really able to find any clips or anything really about it. But what I did find out was that apparently Dakota and Felicity are homeless again. They are on the streets again. Apparently, they were staying with Tiffany, and Tiffany, I don't know if she threw them out, asked them to leave, whatever. They're not there any longer with Tiffany. Because Tiffany lives in an apartment, she did not want to have to add them to the lease. And if she did not add them to the lease, she would have been evicted from her apartment. So I don't know if the landlord found out that maybe she had been having them stay there. I don't know what transpired. All I know is, according to China Doll, that Dakota and Felicity did have to leave. Now, in the comments I was reading somewhere, someone had said that they are local to the area, to Charleston, West Virginia, and that's where they all live, I guess. They had seen Dakota and Felicity downtown, and Felicity was pushing an empty stroller, and Dakota was pulling a child's wagon. And apparently, China Doll said that Tiffany was supposed to be helping her retrieve some of the items that were stolen from her by Dakota and Felicity, and this stroller was one of the items that was stolen. Her daughter's stroller was stolen from China Doll. And Tiffany had posted on the FB, she had said, something to the effect of, it's now deleted. She posted and deleted it, something to the effect of, China, I'm sorry, can we talk? So I tend to think that maybe there might be something more to this story about Dakota and Felicity no longer living with Tiffany. I do believe, of course, you have to have someone on your lease, and she did not want to jeopardize her place to live. But I'm starting to believe that maybe she started to see the hassle that is dealing with these two. So I can only imagine what's going through Dakota and Felicity's minds now. Because like I said, I don't believe China Doll ever put her hands on Felicity. Had she probably yelled at her? Of course, anybody would. That girl could drive the sanest person insane. I mean, with the immaturity, the hollering, screaming all the time, it's just ridiculous. The anger, the tantrums. No, anybody would probably, at the very least, say something to her. But, so like I said, I don't think China ever put her hands on Felicity, so I wonder how Felicity feels now that she let these people, this Tiffany and this Nisha, talk her into going to file for this DVP, this protection order, so she can't be around China Doll. Legally, she cannot be around China Doll, and now the people that talked her into filing this paperwork have put her and Dakota out on the streets. I can only wonder what they're thinking now. Maybe they're thinking now they should have stayed loyal to China Doll. I mean, in my opinion, China Doll's using them for clout and to make money off the videos, but at least she was giving them a place to live. And, as the rumor is circulating, that they're broke now from their checks. Today's already what? The 7th? Yeah, the 7th today. So, they're already broke. Could that be another reason they were put out? They had nothing financially more to offer. Felicity, I hopefully she's learned her lesson this time. And we'll see where they land next, because I'm sure they always find somebody to take them in. And it could be the shadiest of characters, and they don't care. They don't, I don't know if they don't realize it or they just don't care that they get used. So we'll have to see what happens from here. Let me know your thoughts.